She didn't marry a man, she married a mirror. What happened next will haunt every child who dares peek through the fog. In a quiet village, on the edge of the woods, there was a house no one entered after sunset, not because of wild animals, not because of thieves, but because of the mirror house. Inside lived a woman named Anna, known for her beauty and for her madness. She was the daughter of a wealthy farmer, a gifted dancer whose every move seemed to pull the rhythm of the world into her steps. Every man wanted her hand, but she turned them all away. The mirror came from a traveling trader, a tall, silent man, skin dark as midnight, eyes that seemed to know your thoughts before you spoke.
This will show the truth of anyone who looks inside,
he said. The glass was so deep, almost like looking into water. If you stared too long, you might fall right through. From the first night, Anna couldn't stop staring. Her lips moved, but no one knew what she whispered. One evening, Anna emerged from her room, wearing her finest white dress.
I have found my husband. We will be married at the end of the month.
On the wedding day, the villagers gathered as Anna stood before a priest. On a carved wooden stand, the mirror rested. The priest shook his head.
Marriage is between two souls,
he said.
Then bless us both,
Anna insisted. Her eyes glimmered, almost as if someone else was in them. The mirror trembled under the droplets. For the first time, the crowd swore they saw movement inside. Like something on the other side leaned forward. Anna moved into the mirror house immediately. She stopped visiting her family. She stopped eating with others. At night, lights flickered in her windows. Neighbors reported hearing two sets of laughter, one hers, one deeper, as if coming from a well. Sometimes she was seen walking through the village at night, barefoot, holding hands with nothing. Pale wet handprints were found pressed against the inside of her bedroom mirror. 3 months after the wedding, Anna's belly began to swell. The village murmured in horror.
She's carrying something from the glass.
Anna bought strange things from the market, crushed fireflies, black goat's blood, shards of obsidian. Every sunset, she stood before the mirror, painting her belly with red dye while humming songs no one recognized. One night, her mother forced her way into the house. Anna sat before the mirror. Her belly looked empty. But the man inside the glass had his hand pressed against it from the other side. When Anna gave birth, there was no crying baby, only a small, oval-shaped shard of glass, slick with blood. She wrapped it in white cloth and rocked it, singing lullabies. Over the weeks, the shard grew. Not in size, but in clarity. Faces began to appear, sometimes her own, sometimes someone else. Children in the village began to disappear. Each time, someone swore they saw the missing child's face inside the shard. Screaming silently, it all ended the night of the storm. Lightning lit up the hills. Thunder rolled through the valley. Villagers, desperate, stormed the mirror house with torches and machetes. They found Anna standing in the center of the room, the great mirror behind her, the shard pressed to her chest.
He says you want to take him from me,
she whispered.
But you can't. He's mine. They're all mine.
Before anyone could stop her, she turned and stepped into the mirror, not into the glass, through it. Like it was water, the surface rippled once, then went still. The villagers smashed the frame into splinters. But the glass would not break. It was buried deep, under layers of stone and salt. The house was abandoned, but even now, when children disappear in surrounding villages, parents swear they hear faint humming at night, and if you dig deep enough into the earth on the far edge of the village, you might just find a piece of glass. And inside it, a woman in white, smiling, and tapping gently, waiting for someone to let her out. The village fell silent at night, afraid of the humming that might come from the mirror house. Parents counted their children each evening, but sometimes 1 or 2 would vanish without a trace. Some said the mirror whispered to Anna, guiding her, giving her power beyond human comprehension. At times, villagers claimed to hear ghostly laughter echoing from the abandoned house. Brave villagers would sneak near, trying to find the shard. But none returned unchanged. Some swore they saw Anna's silhouette inside the mirror, even though the house was empty. One morning, the earth trembled slightly, and villagers whispered the mirror was angry. If you looked closely, some said, you could see her hands tapping from inside the shard buried in the earth. On stormy nights, the humming grew louder, almost like a song calling children toward the shard. A brave young man tried to retrieve the shard, but froze when he saw a faint face staring back at him. The young man saw the face blink, and suddenly the shard seemed to pull him closer. He stumbled back, heart racing. and ran to warn the others, but no one believed him. At night, some children disappeared again, walking silently toward the shard as if in a trance. The shard pulsed with light, and the faint tapping from inside grew louder. Villagers gathered at the edge of the field, torches raised, unsure if they could stop whatever was happening. The humming became almost deafening, swelling around their heads, pulling at their thoughts. The young man, shaking, approached the shard again, determined to end the curse. He lifted a stone and struck the shard. It cracked slightly, and the tapping stopped. The next morning, the missing children were found, sleeping peacefully near their homes, no memory of what happened. And the shard remained buried deep silent, and waiting for someone to let her out. They say the bride was never seen again, only her reflection trapped in the mirror's dark glass. Her mother's cries still echo in the village, warning others that beauty can blind and spirits hide where eyes linger too long. Some say the shards of that mirror still watch us, waiting.
A Happy Story.